You do it thousands of times without thinking. You take a bite, chew, and swallow. It feels almost effortless. But
the moment that food enters your mouth, one of the body's most carefully coordinated systems comes alive. So what actually happens to that food after you swallow it?
First, your teeth mechanically break the food into smaller pieces. Your tongue constantly moves it around, while saliva begins mixing with it. The goal is no longer simply chewing. Your tongue is now organizing the food into a compact mass called a bolus. And now comes the moment that changes everything. Now the voluntary part of the swallow begins. Your tongue pushes the food backward toward the throat. From here, the process rapidly becomes automatic. Here, the pathway becomes incredibly important. The throat is a crossroads. Air needs to reach your lungs, while food needs to reach your digestive. Your body must coordinate these pathways in fractions of a second.
At the same time, your airway the vocal folds close, the larynx moves upward and forward, and the epiglottis is part of this coordinated movement. The goal is simple: keep the food out of the airway.
For a brief moment, breathing is interrupted as part of the swallowing sequence. Your body temporarily prioritizes safely moving the food past the airway. Below the throat is another important gate, the upper esophageal sphincter. During swallowing, it relaxes and opens, allowing the food bolus to enter the esophagus.
The food has now entered the esophagus, a muscular tube connecting the throat to the stomach. But gravity isn't doing all the work.
This is called peristalsis. The muscle behind the food contracts while the area ahead relaxes. One coordinated wave after another pushes the food downward. And now the journey continues through your chest. Wave after wave moves the food downward, even if you're lying down. Your digestive tract has its own muscular transportation system. At the bottom of the esophagus is another muscular gate, the lower esophageal sphincter. During swallowing, it relaxes and allows the food to enter the stomach.
And finally, the food reaches the stomach. But this is not the end of the journey. In many ways, the next stage is where digestion really gets busy.
The stomach muscles begin mixing the food with digestive juices. Mechanical movement and chemical digestion work together, gradually transforming the meal into a softer mixture. As digestion continues, the food becomes a semi-liquid mixture called chyme. Your stomach does not simply hold your meal, it actively processes it.
The stomach doesn't simply empty everything at once. Its outlet controls the movement of chyme into the small intestine, where digestion and nutrient absorption continue.
Now the journey enters the small intestine. Here, the mixture meets digestive secretions from several organs, and the breakdown of nutrients continues.
This is where the story changes. Digested nutrients can cross the intestinal wall and enter the bloodstream. What began as a bite of food is now being broken down into materials your body can use.
Think about what just happened. A simple bite entered your mouth, passed through a carefully coordinated, your body is now extracting useful materials from it.
So the next time you swallow a bite of food, remember this. Your body is not simply sending food down a tube. All of it happens without you having to think about it.
This is the human body, and this is the Anatomy Doctor. See, learn, understand.